Hi, this is the Wrestling Conscious channel. Welcome. This is the channel where headlocks meet head smarts and storytelling gets suplexed with common sense. Sorry, it's a bit late for Smackdown review. I've been doing family stuff, but now I'm gonna review. Listen, I know some people think Smackdown was amazing, and it wasn't. It was the standard of wrestling is so bad and so low. We just think anything is cinema. And I need you to stop doing that because that's really annoying. It's bad cinema, it's B-list, it's B-roll, it's not even finished. So it starts with the open Civil War package where it feels like the Cold War because they're just making like nothing's happening for the last couple of months and making Roman Reigns look so weak. And it goes back from my other video looking at SmackDown where they put the number not in service Paul Heyman when it was going out of service. I don't understand it. Maybe they'll explain it at another time. It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, Solo Sikoa looks really strong. I think people were turning on him at the beginning, but now he looks like a bona fide heel, and I feel like they could build him into a really good main eventer. I know it's technically main eventer, but make it more solidified. I'm not really excited about this War Games. I've seen so many remixes and mashup of this so-called OG Bloodline. What are we getting? What is the payoff? Deja vu gone wrong. Am I just stuck in the Matrix? But neither here or there. Anyway, so let's talk about promos. The first promo in Solo Sikoa, a lot of repetition. To acknowledge him. Didn't they have this other acknowledgement ceremony a couple of months ago, and Roman actually conceded, but no one wants to remember that, but that's another story. And why did it take so unnatural pauses? Why can't they just have a nice conversation, understand that the crowd has to say stuff, but and participate like a pantomime, but not everything needs a slow down reaction. Anyway, we go into the women's match, and it's Blair Davenport, Bianca Belair, and sorry, it's been a while, Chelsea Green. Okay, doesn't Chelsea Green's gear remind you of Elisa Fox's gear, especially with the hat? I think there's a bit of gimmick infringement there, but that's nearer, there or there. Anyway, I thought it was cool that Bianca did a double suplex. I know it was a bit slow, but you better be safe and sorry. And the crowd are behind Chelsea. I think Bianca doesn't need the US Championship because she is a main eventer and a high-class elite athlete. She doesn't need it. She'll stay in the women's division. I don't like how they're mixing up the hierarchy of the mid-cards and main eventers. It's not really cool. Why does the women's match need a backstage interference? I'm sure the Jade Cargill thing could have happened outside of Bianca's match, but that's something there. Why can't women just win clean? Why can't we have just nice, non-interfering matches? But I feel like with the men out there, or some of the men fans are like, sometimes they think women's wrestling is boring. It's not. You're boring. Just let them have good matches, clean matches. Right, so in this interference, Jade Cargill is smashed on a car. She's out. I don't know if she's got a proper injury why she has to be taken out. Anyway, she's taken out. It's like the Roger Rabbit who's done it kind of thing, trying to investigate who hurt her. But anyway, so Jade is in the ambulance. Bianca forgot she leaves her match early, making Chelsea Green win. But anyway, she sees Bianca Bailey and Naomi's at the ambulance. Bianca does a little fake look at acting like she's so concerned about her friend. She goes in the ambulance, they go off, blah blah blah. Anyway, we come up to US Championship, the men's bit, with LA Knight and Santos Escobar. Now, I've seen this about 10 million times, remixes of this. Like, wow, what's the point? Does LA Knight have any formidable opponents? It's just really annoying. He's not doing much. Just hurry up and just let him be in the championship. Let him fight Kojos and just get the world championship, because LA Knight is so talented and he doesn't have much years left. LA Knight predictably wins, and Shinsuke's come out and beats him up. What I really like is like the Shinsuke Nakamura's anime kind of vignette, what they play at the beginning of the match. Makes it eerie. He's got his little evil tyrant anime bag. Let's see how it translates in the ring and as a full-fledged character. It's been off TV for a while. Then we get into the tag team package, and we see flashbacks of Tommaso Ciampa going rogue, and then we see the boring machine bums or guns, whatever you want to call them, and Johnny Gargano. And Tommaso, they're saying that Tommaso came into their business. The Motor Machine Guns look the least intimidating tag team in the world. I don't know why they put the strap on them. I'd rather you just give it to Pretty Deadly, to be honest. But anyway, we just progress and we move forward. So why does all these indie guys look so generic? They look like they're built from the same generic indie factory. With the black, no one's developed to like their appearance, their gimmick. Put their fist in the air like they just don't care, or the Black Panthers. I don't know. I just feel like they all should just like have the AEW starter pack. Seriously, why does the Street Profit look so much bigger than these indie people? Look so intimidating, but they've just been jobbing out for like years. That is despicable. I didn't realize how tall Street Profits are. Also, there's a key point, like how WWE don't protect their champions now. Didn't Angelo Dawkins sucker punch the Motor Machine Gun bums last week? So they're just standing there with their straps in this backstage segment, nothing, just standing there like doo-doo heads, not doing anything. If someone sucker punch me, am I gonna stand there like a dickhead? No, I'm gonna try sucker punch them back and get my lip back. And I know they're all faces, but you know, not a face where you just look like all stupid. You know what I mean? Vince would never. I know Vince is a lot of things, Vince McMahon, but he would never let that happen, especially to a champion. Okay, love Johnny Gargano, loves his vlog, but he does look so weak and acting like a little bitch, and I don't like that. What's the point of DIY? Do it yourself. Do yourself, get out of the tag team division. It's boring. Anyway, Roman Reigns finally turns up to work with his lackeys. Yes, I said it. The original bloodline, which are just suffering from severe Stockholm syndrome. Everyone has amnesia, like how Roman Reigns used to treat them earlier on, and how Roman Reigns used to be a little tyrant and very emotionally manipulative. Anyway, Nick Aldis, I think he should just wrestle. I think Nick Aldis should just stop being GM and just wrestle, and just because we need some more formidable opponents. Anyway, he goes on the witch hunt to see who hurt Jade, and he goes, that's Nia Jax. Nia Jax don't give nothing of importance. Nick Aldis sees Cody Rhodes in the back going for a face-off. Don't know what the face-off is for, but anyway. Nick Aldis says that Kevin Owens not here, but we know he's going to come. We know because it's advertised. And Kevin Owens would miss this opportunity. And I'm just thinking that dialogue, what type of GCSE drama and bad writing. I bet there's like a whole writing team in WWE. I feel like they all should be sacked. Who is writing this? It's just unbelievable. No, it's just no passion. Nothing. Just pure crap. Anyway, Cody comes not in a suit, and he gets pyro just to walk in the ring and has a face-off. Why would you need pyro to do a face-off? Basically, stand in the ring just to do a promo. If he gets, why does he get a pyro and big long entrance to do that? Just make anybody who just comes to the ring have pyro and have a big entrance. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, Kevin Owens is in the with the crowd standing up, looking like Fred Flintstone with his attire, and it's repeater. It's your fault. What about Randy Orton? You power drived him. Blah blah blah. I hate you. You don't have what it takes. Blah blah blah. It does not make sense. Now, this is what I don't like. I'm going to do a video about this. The standard of promos are so poor. People think it's cinema. Just because you shout on a promo doesn't mean you're good. The Ultimate Warrior shouted on his promos doesn't mean he's good. He's good at promos. So the level of promos are so bad, people just let things slide and think it's cinema, it's amazing, it's intense. They're just shouting. It's more than that. Anyway, I'll do another video on that. Anyway, the long dragging OTC dramas backstage, all of them is like, oh my, like Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns is like, who's gonna join? If you're so great and the bloodline is everything, like, and they got a stacked roster. You have LA Knight, you have so much people there. You're telling me you can't find somebody? Even on Raw, since I don't really care about the brand split anyway. This is stupid. Anyway, I just find it's pathetic. You made the OG bloodline look super weak, and you just damage. You're not protecting strong people. Anyway, let's go back to women's division. Naomi and Bailey. Naomi and Bailey, remix again of the same kind of tag team kind of thing. Just give them the tag team titles, because I don't see any evolution with their friendship and where it can go. Naomi needs to change her gimmick. I need to do a separate video on that. She needs to change. I love her. She's a utility player. I'm scared that she's utility too more, and she just sees as a self pair of hands. She's like going to be the Dolph Ziggler of the division. You use her when you need her to elevate other people, but she needs to be elevated. Change your gimmick, turn heel, do whatever you can do. But you had that glow gimmick for a year now, for years, for nearly 10 years ago. Now, just change. Stop changing outfits. Change your gimmick, because you're getting boring. And I love you, and I can see how the crowd is not even reacting. You're not even getting a good pop with your entrance. Anyway, Cody and Kamala Hayes in the back, and that Da Vinci guy. Hey, Da Vinci, since you lost twice to Apollo Crews, what have you been doing? Haven't seen you in a very long time. Hey girl, where you been? You could have had a feud with LA Knight or something interesting, but no, you just got rebranded and just do nothing. Now, Slam Squad, that's what I'm going to call you guys who listen. Slam Squad, what was the point of all those vignettes and Da Vinci? I don't even know, is it Gianna Da Vinci? All that build up for nothing. Tell me the logic in that. Slam Squad. Just full of poo. Anyway, let's go back into the women's match. So Naomi Bailey, Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae. I love Candice LeRae. She should have more TV time. But the only thing with Candice LeRae I don't understand, why does she have that bat thing? I'm not really into the indie scene. I don't know if she was big in the indies. Why does she have that bat thing? Is she a bat? Tell me in the comments, please, I beg you. Anyway, I like she's getting good TV time. She is really a good wrestler. Naomi is always carrying the match as usual, the utility player, but I think she's more. I think she's one of the best wrestlers, so she needs to stop positioning herself as some little utility player and as the big B, the head, the HBIC of WWE basically. Tiffany's looking useless. Why she looks so useless and scaredy? What's the point having her and putting the money in the bank on her? What was the reason? And how does she look now so weak to become a champion? And she's just a carbon copy of Liv Morgan. It's just so boring, man. Liv Morgan, Carmella and her, they're just all blonde carbon copies of chicken shit heels, which are just barely believable and barely wrestle. Why do I care about Tiffy time? Is it just pretty moonsaults and just pure breast? It's just silly. Anyway, women's interference incoming. Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan come into the ring and have this melee because of the War Games, this convoluted way of not even a proper story, adding all these random women wrestlers in for these War Games. I don't know what war they're fighting. Anyway, and then Rhea Ripley comes with her face mask and kendo stick. I know kendo sticks has been around forever, but for the last couple of months, Minchin is doing the groundwork of having all these matches, having her kendo sticks, having part of her gimmick. I don't know why Rhea does that. If Rhea is mammy and superhuman strength and so strong, she wouldn't need kendo sticks to neutralise everybody in the ring. I thought that was really bad. Protect Minchin, who's been wrestling a lot, and having good matches, and protect her gimmick. It's really annoying. See, they don't know how to keep people's gimmicks. Protect people's finishes, protect people's, stories. Anyway, I think the WWE are listening to the internet and making Montez Ford come by himself and, preparing him to be in a single star and have a single star run. Just go back a bit when the Street Profits was in the previous backstage segment earlier in the Smackdown episode. I noticed that Angelo Dawkins had a speaking part, because usually I never hear him speak. So I was like, oh, why do you hear him speak? Maybe because they're trying to compensate because they're going to break up soon, so they need their own personality, so which is good. I never heard him speak, but he can sound very intimidating. So I think, I'm not saying he could be a single star, but I think he can hold his own, Angelo Dawkins. Anyway, Tommaso Ciampa comes, who's going to fight Montez Ford. I was thinking to myself, please do not squash Montez Ford. Please do not. We're just trying to get behind him. We're trying to make sure that he's doing all right. And it looks like the crowd is really behind him and, you know, organically pushing for him, and can see his charisma. He has so much charisma. Remind me of the Attitude Era. I think he would have done really well, to be honest. And just a shame he's in this time where everything is so crap and mediocre, and Triple H just has his people who he wants to push. Then Dawkins comes in his generic Gunther suit. You know, when Gunther comes on Raw with his generic black suit and tries to beat up Ciampa. What happened to the pride and all the Africanness when they're trying to make them in a modern day nation on domination.com? Just totally forgot about that, haven't they? Anyway, Dawkins comes in with his generic Gunther suit and tries to beat up Ciampa. And then Gargano comes to help like a little elf and just get pushed around. Then the machine gun bums come, looking weak as F, trying to save their indie friend. Didn't look intimidating at all. It was just stupid. Just looked lost. It was I think it's one of the worst decisions, giving them the strap, the machine bums, what do they call them? Anyway, back to this Cold War between the OG and New Bloodline. Solo demands respect and expects the OG Bloodline to surrender to him and acknowledge him. And then Paul Heyman comes in with his Bloodline attire. I saw the suit. Hello. And I'm still wondering about that bloody phone call last week, and why was it so important to put over that as a last thing of the women's match. It was just so silly. Anyway, CM Punk comes and everyone's like, ah. So I'm like, okay, great. CM Punk, I don't understand why he comes, because I guess there's connection to Paul Heyman. He's a Paul Heyman guy. I know there's a connection. But it was better than Seth Rollins, because I would have been screwing over Seth Rollins. But it's better. It doesn't make sense, but you got to do what you got to do. There's Drew McIntyre, but that's another story. So War Games, me personally, I know there's allegations, but Brock Lesnar would have been a better person to come, and that I'll have been excited for that. But that's just me. Doesn't make no sense. Why would just LA Knight just be in it, man? I'll just have LA Knight, to be fair, but that's just me. OG Bloodline is there with their super kick fest. Really, I love the Usos. Need to still have a different moveset. You've been in the company for 14-15 years. You can develop a new move. Again, why do we need Triple H name as an executive producer at the end? We don't need that. We know that it's the Paul Levesque era. Moving forward, is not as bad as Raw, but I still give it like a 2.5. Could be so much better. I do not care for those promos. The promos is getting worse and worse, and this Smackdown felt like eating a really dirty McDonald's burger. You feel like, it's not full, it has no substance, and I feel sick afterwards. WWE needs to fix up. WrestleMania's coming. Really, by October, November, they should have WrestleMania plans in place, and this is what you're doing. I'm not having much hope for WrestleMania at all. Well, this is the end, Slam Squad. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience, for letting me have a couple extra days to bring this out to you. But this is stepping in the ring of reason, where we make it better, match by match, by video, where wrestling meets wisdom, the wrestling conscience, with a little bit of empathy, a little bit of compassion, and some common sense. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Please comment. It really helps if you put a comment, good or bad. And please, I know you're watching, please subscribe.